Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. It looks like it's 12 o'clock. So just a couple items that I've had a ton of questions on this week. I just wanted to talk about a couple things in zip forms. So if I went into a transaction that I had and wanted to say write an offer, um, and I wanted to do the MLS Connect like a lot of us are used to doing, um, this function is not currently working. I did talk to ZipForms today. They say that they're waiting on Flex. I talked to Flex and they say that they're waiting on ZipForms. And so I pushed it back to COAR to see if they can get this figured out. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware there is no workaround for that at this point. The other item I wanted to talk about was a seller's property disclosure getting completed. Mute, you guys. Was getting that completed via DocuSign. So I've had a couple questions on it this week. I just figured I would cover it. So if I went into a listing and had my seller's property disclosure in there, you can see there's actually, when you download the form, seller's property disclosure, there's actually two options. You want to make sure that you pick this one, which I'm hovering over so you can see DocuSign digital ink. So just to show you how that works, I'm going to go to eSign. And I'm going to say new. And I'm going to pick that seller's property disclosure and say close and next. Just so you guys could see how it pops up, I put my own email in here. So select seller 1, seller 2, whatnot, and then say next. So if you try this on your own and you don't put in the seller 1, it's not going to look like it does anything different. But if you do add the seller 1, and once it populates here, you will see that all of the boxes are open for seller 1 to complete all of this via DocuSign. So if your DocuSign does not, or I'm sorry, if you don't have the connect feature like I just used, which is that, oh, sorry, I went too far, which is the e-sign button. If this does not function, does not work on your zip forms, how you go there is up to your photo. There's a drop down. You go to profile and settings. And then you go to, settings. And right here, you're going to link your DocuSign subscription right there. You can see that mine is already linked, and so yours would look different. People get super confused on this where they put in their zip forms credentials. No, you put in your DocuSign credentials. So it actually runs through the backside of DocuSign. So let's say that you sent one and needed to make a change. You would actually still go into the backside of DocuSign to update that. So let's say you needed one. I didn't obviously send it, but if you were waiting for others and let's say that they needed to update that email address or change it or whatnot, you would still, even though you sent it through zip forms, you would actually come into the backside of DocuSign to update that. So any questions on that? You have to unmute yourselves if you do have a question. No questions. Okay, moving right along. I wanted to talk for a minute about virtual open houses and how you can get those onto Flex MLS. So how you do that is you are going to go to menu and you're going to go to change listing. Then your listings will come up here. So let's just say you want to do it on wooden trestle. I would then scroll down to bottom right, open house. And I'm going to say add. Then it will let me pick either an in-person or a virtual. So I'm going to say virtual. And now it's going to want to know how you're going to host that event. So you can use Zoom, you can use Facebook. There's some other options there. So I just thought I would show you guys, most of you have Facebook, I'm sure, and how you would do that. So if you went to Facebook, and let's say you wanted to do it on your business page. Sorry, you guys are, I can't see my bar. Where did it go? And you come down here to create live. Click that link. And then it will let you copy this live tab. So copy it. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to paste that link right here. And then I'm going to pick the date and the start and stop time. They will only let you enter non-pre-recorded ones. If it's a pre-recorded one, it has to be under virtual tours. So I'm going to remove that because I'm not going to actually do it. The other thing that I wanted to show you how to do was your MLS weekly tours. So they're going to be testing this. They talked about it in the meeting this week. So again, if I go to change listing, I'm just going to go to wooden trestle again. Same area as that open house is it's going to be MLS tour. And that's where you could say, I want to put it on the Bend tour. And I would just say add listing. So I'm obviously not going to do that. And I want to make sure that I removed this because I'm not actually doing it. Oh, next to remove. So any questions on virtual open houses or weekly tours? Okay, moving right along. I've had a ton of questions about radius search. I did do that one video. I did come up with another easy way to do a radius search, which is if you're right here on your quick search, if you didn't put any of these on your favorites bar, this is what it's called. You can click menu and just click the star next to it, and that's how you can get it on this menu bar. So I'm in a quick search. Right down here, you can see this little pin. If I click on it, it says locate address. So I'm just gonna type in an address, and then I'm gonna say locate. I then have that pin on that location. I'm gonna say use this location, and I can say radius search. I'm gonna say I want a mile, create radius. So it's done that. You can see if I zoom out on the map, 1 mile. Then I can go here on the left side and I can change all of the parameters that I want in that radius search. Any questions on that? Susan, sorry, I'm reading a chat from Suzanne. I'm not sure on that, Suzanne, and I would do chat support with MLS or Flex to see what is going on there. I had a question on days on market. So, and how you see what days on market are. So you can see right here, I have 43 results of this radius search that I've done. So I can either click view results, I can click right here, or I can go to list, detail, photos, map, all these options. So I'm gonna go to detail. And in the detail view, you can see days on market are right here. So if I clicked on the next one, days on market would be right there. Any questions on that? Okay, I'm going to touch on a couple different CMA options then. So let's say that I wanted to again do this radius search, which I've already done. And then I'm going to, I'll just go into list view, that's probably easier. Let's say that I want to pick these 4 properties and I want to do a CMA. So I picked my 4. I'm going to go up to create CMA. So a few different options here. The quick and dirty, as I would call it, would be to download the PDF in landscape. This is one that we were having problems with in the beginning, in that it didn't actually show these are, I'm like, why isn't it showing sold date? Because I didn't put solds in there. But in the beginning, this did not have a column for sold date. It does now. They have updated that feature. So I guess I should actually go back to edit my search and add some solds in there, just so this will be a little bit more helpful for you guys. Let's see. If you guys don't remember, how do you add the extra items there? You can either click the boxes or hold the control button. So now you can see I have 400 results, which I don't think we need. So let's just change this date. And, oh, well, now we have 175. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to list and we'll pick a couple just to work with here. Okay, so now I'm just gonna, I want you guys to see this PDF so that you can see that it does actually show that close date now. You can see right down here. So not too different than what we were used to seeing with Rapatoni. So that's what I would call that quick and dirty. The other
option. Corinne, it's John Comus. Could you run that search again on the closed, where it shows the close date, and it showed the maximum was May 7th, 2030. Could you show just the closed homes from, say, April 1st to April 30th?
Sure.
I've had a hard time doing that in the past, and I'm not sure why.
Okay.
Do you understand my question?
So you want me to run this, but you want it closed from April 1st?
April 1st to April 30th.
2020, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, April 30th. Okay.
No, the other would be April 30th.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. April 1st to April 30th. Oh, 2023. Let's go there. Okay. Let's see. So that says 91.
So it looks like it worked.
It worked. I know that they've.
I don't know why I had a problem with that.
Well, because I'm doing it.
Yeah,
That always
probably.
works, right?
Yeah,
No,
probably.
I know that they've been making changes daily. I mean, I've been on Flex support every single day
Yeah.
and MLS every single day, and I know there's been a ton of things like this that have been found that they've been working on behind the scenes. So that doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
And so one could go down on the lower down on the left-hand side on the other information and find lot size. Okay.
Yep, you could do all that, and if there was a field that you didn't, that was not in there, like, I don't know, hot tub, something, you can just start typing it in here and then click it,
Okay.
and it automatically adds it. Oh, and while I'm on there, the other question that I get a lot is on subdivisions. So let's say that I wanted, oops. So if I wanted to exclude a subdivision, I would click on of, and then it will say not of Sun Meadow.
Okay.
So I've been getting that a lot as well.
Hey,
Thank you.
Corinne, Ken
Yep.
Renner here. Has there been any discussion on the quick and dirty CMA about formatting? It's such a difficult document to read compared to the old quick and dirty version, just because everything's jammed in there so tightly.
I have not heard, but I have that link if you want to send in your comments on that. And that's kind of how we get the changes made.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if we go back to CMA and we did not want to do the PDF landscape, we could go up here to do more of what I would say a full CMA. And I'm just going to say, oh, I have no results. Sorry, let's change that. Okay, so I have 5 results. I'm going to go to CMA. I'm going to use the selected ones. So that's going to give me the 5. And then I'm going to go to full CMA. I'm going to click next. And whoever it's for. So these are kind of some fun little changes. You can either do it as of today, but if you're just going to do it today but not complete it today, just have it as a draft. You could always say use current date. So when it prints, it's going to print the date as of the day you printed it instead of showing today's date. So I'll just do it as of today. I'm going to click next. So here you can either enter the address information, or if it had been listed before, you could auto-populate the fields from an existing listing. And if you don't know, you can do this. So let's say that I wanted to look up the old listing, but I don't know any of that information. I could type in this bar right here and open this in a separate tab if I didn't know the information on it, for instance, square footage, bedrooms, and I could basically just go back and forth. So I'm just going to enter the information. Down here, this is where I was saying you might need this information. So let's say 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. Oops. You guys get the gist. If you don't want one of these, simply remove the item here. This is going to give you all of these. You can, let's say you change these to how you want to see it every time. You can just save it as a template. You can also add a new item if there's something else that you want. This is where if I had saved a template, I would have my template options here for this. This, if you want them in a different order, you can just toggle these. So I'm not going to add all of that. Next, oh, I guess the other thing I should show you guys is you can either use the next button or you can simply go through all of these buttons across the top. It's really up to you. So here it's, if it's in the wrong location, move it, but I'm going to say use this location. And then here's your comps. So you could, let's say you didn't want to put in Bridgewater in there, kind of like the old one, simply unclick. If there's one that's not on MLS that you want to add, you're just going to say add comparables and then go to non-MLS comparables. And it's going to have you add the information there. You can, again, delete one if you don't want it in there. You can report a location problem for the listing where it's showing up on the map incorrectly. I'm just going to go to next. It does allow you to make adjustments. Obviously, you would need to figure out, let's say, whatever your adjustment is, maybe per square foot or per 10 feet or 100 feet. You would have to add that adjustment in. It's obviously not going to know that for us because it's working across a bunch of different markets. So I'm typically not a person that does adjustments, but I know a lot of agents do, and that's where you would enter it. And then it's going to pop up with your summary. And if I go to next, this is where it comes up with their recommendation. Obviously, if you don't like it, you can just change these. And then you can also say, so it automatically populates a range of 2.5% high, 2.5% low. If you want it to say 4, you can just recalculate it. It does allow for that. And then I'm just going to say next step. So here's all the information where you can have a cover page, all of this in here. I'm just going to go to view. You want to make sure, obviously, that this is the public report and not the private report. It should auto-populate public report. And then you can just say view. Kind of the cool thing on these, oh, I should have showed you guys, you can change the colors. It doesn't do a whole heck of a lot, but like I can say navy. And it just changes like this up here, the headings. But it has some nice features if you guys like to use the MLS portion of this. It does auto save your drafts. So even if you lost your internet or whatnot, it would auto save those. So if I go back to CMA, say leave, you can see that I have these drafts in there. There's no way to get rid of your drafts. It automatically saves 5 drafts at a time. So if you did another one, the oldest one would just drop off. So that's kind of nice that if you get busy and caught up in something, it automatically is going to save that for you. Let's see. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything else to tell you guys on that piece. I don't think so. Oh, the only other thing I was going to say back on Flex is that if you want to reorder your favorites bar, it's just right here, and it will let you move them around or remove them altogether. So I did want to pop into Cloud for a minute, and I've had a lot of questions on how you get your credentials to work in here. It does work. So personally, I will do the quick and dirty CMA in Flex MLS, and then I will pop into Cloud with those MLS numbers and do it in here. I just like this one because it has some of the Sotheby's brand material added in with your CMA. So how do you update your credentials? So you can see my face here in the upper right-hand corner. You go to account settings. And then if you go to MLS credentials, you'll see Oregon, MLS listing of Central Oregon. The only thing that you have to change is only put a lowercase c before your user ID hit your password. And it will say this at the top, it still works. I get that question a lot. I can still go over to my CMA and pull my comps and have it work. You can see that I did this one. Now I don't know why it's not letting me do it. Maybe I don't have anything in there. Okay, so you can see it's still working. I'm just going to customize this report so that some of you guys that haven't used it before can see it. I like the theme here. We do have a couple of them, the portrait. And then this is where you can either add or subtract tons of brand information that you can add if you like. And then you just say publish report. No. Yeah, have you guys seen this change? It's kind of cool. It's a little bit different, but I'll just show you the PDF version. So you can see it's all branded by the office. And then it will roll into the map and tons of photos, etc. So any questions on cloud?
Hey, Corinne, it's John Comus again. When you get the PDF version, it's normally too large to email though, isn't it?
Yeah, so I just usually put it in a Dropbox and send up a Dropbox link.
Okay.
That's how I've always done it.
Okay.
So how did I get the Sotheby's branded material into my cloud CMA? Let me go back, you guys. I've had a couple of you. So let me go back into edit just so I can show you where that comes to. So where I go to customize, so you added the listings and then you go to customize right here at the top, your theme. This is in all of your accounts already. I just chose the Sotheby's portrait and choose theme. Then that theme includes all of that branded material. I've kind of taken a lot of it out personally, but you can see on the left-hand side that, you know, that's where if I had left it in there, I could just click and it would add. Well, I'm not going to add that one, but, and if I don't want one of these, I'm just going to delete. And it's not gone away. It just lives over here on the left-hand side. So hopefully that helps you guys. I think that Cloud CMA is an awesome option. It gives you something that you can print and leave with them without giving them your entire listing presentation. So it's a little bit of good fluff, and it makes it super easy when it's all in one place. Wow, we kind of sped through everything. Did you guys have anything else that you guys wanted to cover today? That was everything that I had on my list, and I think with the exception of a few specific problems that people are having, I think that was all of the questions that I've gotten. But feel free to unmute yourself if you guys have any other questions. Suzanne, no, we do not have branded pages for Flex MLS. I'm assuming you're meaning for the CMA specifically, and no, there's no way to do that because the platform of Flex is for all offices. There's no way for them to add that in just for our agents specifically. Well, if nobody else has any questions, then I'm going to wrap this up, and hopefully you guys have an awesome Thursday and get to go enjoy this weather.
Thanks, Corinne. Appreciate it.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, Corinne.
Yeah.
For the hot sheet, it sends you a link and then you need to sign in from your phone to see the hot sheet. Is there a way to set your settings and then have it actually send you a preview of what the hot sheet is?
You mean email you like a daily hot sheet?
Yeah, I have it email me. I had the old MLS email me a daily hot sheet, and then it had little, images of all of the things. And right now it's like a link. So you go to the link and you can change your settings once you open it. But you just have to re-sign into the mobile app basically to do the hot sheet. It won't email you a preview. So right now I'm kind of just like, all right, I've got that link, and then I have the Zillow. I'm set up on a Zillow search because Zillow will tell me when things are immediately added.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Flex MLS, I can't figure out how to make it do that.
To make email you immediately?
Well, yes, email me immediately and send a photo so I don't have to just re-log in. You know what I mean? I think I'm Flex
The only way
MLS notifier. Here, I'll just forward you what I get so you can see what it sends me.
Okay, the only thing
It says,
that
go
the only thing that I could think of to do that
ahead, Corinne.
would be to set yourself up on a subscription. And when you do subscriptions, you have the option of an immediate send, because a hot sheet's just going to keep rolling. I think that's
I
the
would click make me a client kind of thing.
Yeah, because so when you pick your time frame, you can say ASAP instead of doing daily, because daily won't do it. It'll only do it once a day. And then if you do ASAP, it would send you I get those Zillow things too. I set clients up on those, but I have it sent to me. And so, yeah, an email as soon as something hits the market. But that's I'll do some research and see if I can come up with another workaround. But that, off the top of my head, that's my only workaround.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I could just make myself a client and then forward them to clients too. Okay. Yeah, I'm just right now, sending everybody's here. Check out this Zillow listing because I'm like, ugh. Thank you so much for your help. Oh, hey, Jackson.
No problem. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks. You too.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. See everyone later.